Try to be a nicer guy than me, okay? All right.
Well, I'm known as the grumpy vlogger.
Howdy, folks. Okay, got my smoke shop stuff done. Got my grocery shopping done. I've ordered my dinner, and I'm going to pick it up. And there's a police officer over there. Got somebody pulled over. Who knows what for? I'm of the belief that a police officer, at least in Muskogee, and you know, we got a few that are probably a little on the cocky side. I'd call them jackboots, but you know, they're not quite that bad. But they're you know, they get there. They're in that ilk of what I call cookie cutter cops. You know, they're all stamped out of the same mold. A lot of them former military. That's what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of the guys are getting out of the military and joining the police department. They've gone and got their degree, and they're you know. And I heard somebody, it was a congressman or somebody yesterday on the, I don't know, crime prevention bill, and they're talking about all these soldiers that are coming back being police officers, and they're trained to kill and blah blah blah. And you know, that's true, but that's what police officers have to do in some cases. I don't know anybody that is from my generation, and man, we were in Vietnam. That was a nasty war. Every bit as nasty as this one, if not more so than the one we've been fighting for the last 20 years. It seems like 19 years. You know, I mean, because but you know, the whole thing is and he was a congressman. He was talking about the how many people have been shot by police officers and blah blah. There's some congressional hearing on something, and the congressman was trying to ask the person some questions. Actually, there is a Reverend Al Sharpton, and you guys can look it up on YouTube. But it was all about, well, no, I never went there to cause any problems, and so on and so forth. The thing is there are a lot of police officers that are former military, and yet there's not nearly as many shootings. I mean, if you think about how many times they had to fight in one of our two fronts in Afghanistan or Iraq, and then you think about what it's like in some of these cities, if it was as bad as the gentleman, I can't remember where he's from, but the congressman or senator, it was as bad as he says it was, you know, that these cops are all trained killers, we wouldn't have crime. There wouldn't be no criminals left. Because if every police officer went out and did what they did, they would take care of it. You know, if they did what he says they do, you know, and they're not, you know, they're trained to survive. And, you know, nobody, I don't care who they are in the military, or very few that I've ever known, ever wanted to take a life. You know, it's just like that. But anyways, you know, so when I see a police officer pull somebody over, I always make the assumption that they pulled them over for a reason. Either I've known police officers pull people over and thank them for being good drivers, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's not a thing wrong with that. It's, you know, yeah, we all our heart races, we get a little, you know, but if we treat them with respect, because they are, after all, if somebody just walks up to you and starts saying hello to you, and you start calling him names and telling him he looks stupid and stuff like that, he's going to want to punch you out. I don't care what he is. I mean, if you just, some guy walks up to your car and says, hey, how you doing today? What's your problem? You know, and you start wanting to, you know, they're going to want to punch you out. You know, you start getting nasty and rude. But maybe they just came by and say, did you know you got a low tire back there you need to check? Yeah. So think about that. Anybody who watches my shows or watches this video, think about that when a police officer pulls you over. You got to remember they've got two things in their mind. Is one, the safety of the persons or people that are in and around the vehicle, that's in the vehicle or around the vehicle, then the safety of themselves, because they never know whether they're walking into a bad situation or a good situation, you know, and they never know how it'll turn out. They're putting their life at risk every day, just like our soldiers do. Our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines, and Coast Guard, or Coast Guardmen. They all put their lives on the line for us to have freedoms, including these police officers. Because I guarantee you, if we didn't have law enforcement, if we had the anarchy that the Antifa people want, we would have no freedoms. And it's just that simple. They're the ones they're the ones between us and the evil out there. So anyways, that's my thought for the day. That's my bit of grumpiness. You know, it's just a thought. So I'll catch you guys next time. I'm going in here to get my dinner because it should be ready and I'm ready to go home and eat. All right? You guys be nice to each other. Treat everybody with respect the way you want to be treated. And try to be a nicer guy than me, okay? All right. You be good now. I'm out of here. Bye-bye for now. Hey, folks. I know you could have watched other videos, and I want to thank you for watching mine. So, always be nice to each other. And don't forget. Okay? Alright, you have a good one. I'm out of here. Bye-bye for now.